Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Well, alright, today's video is the last video that I am filming for Vlogmas 2022, and I had so many ideas for videos that I wanted to do this month, and I didn't get to all of them. Some of that was because they just required way more mental energy than I had available to give at the moment, and so when it came to film the last video of the month, I was sort of like, what should it be? What should the last one be? So I talked about this on Instagram, and Books with Samantha reached out to me and she said, hey, how about we do this collab video where I talk about bookish trends that I want to see gone in 2022, and you talk about bookish trends that you want to see come into 2023. And I said, I love that idea. So that's what we're doing. So I will have Samantha's channel linked down below. Please be sure to go and watch that. She always has great things to say about books, and I love that she wanted to do this with me. She said that, I know this is a concept that's been going around on TikTok about things you want to leave behind, and this was actually part of the tag that Jesson did from Jesson Reads Romance. So anyway, this is going to be a good one. So I think about 4 trends that I want to talk about, things that, I don't know that I would call them trends. These are things that I want to see become more prominent in romance novels in 2023. So probably the first one, the one that came to my mind first is I would really love to see romances that span years, that have more of like an epic scope or scale. And I think that I want that to be more than what I see in historicals. I think this is pretty common, or it was fairly common in historical romances, to have romances that took place over decades, you know. Bertrand Small was famous for doing that. I know there's one of my favorite books, The Duke by Catherine Ashe, I feel like is epically romantic and grand in scale and takes a lot of time like that. And I actually also think that one of my favorite contemporary romances that does this is The Kingmaker Duet by Kennedy Ryan. I love and adore this series, and one of the reasons that I love it is because it does take a lot of years. Now, I know that for some readers, they don't like time jumps like that. They don't like that type of feeling, but I do. I love those romances. I want to see the meat of the relationship with our couple. I want to see that more so than just about anything else. So I really would love to see more romances that focus on, or not maybe focus, that span a lot of time, that have a lot of depth to them, that are kind of epic in feel and scale. Like, I want to see sweeping romances, and I would really love to see more of that in contemporary. But I would also like to see a return to that in historical romances, which I feel like that is definitely lacking in what is being currently published in historical. So another thing that I really want to see in 2023 is I would love to see more older couple romances, meaning like late 30s, 40s, even 50s and beyond. I want to see more of that. One of my favorite books of this year was Before I Let Go, and that's because these were grown adults who were dealing with life and all of the things that come with life, and it was a second chance romance, and I just adored that book so much, and I want more books like that so badly. More romances like that. There are plenty of books out there that are tragedy porn, that talk about the terrible realities of being an older human, you know, in the world, like middle-aged and beyond. I don't want that. I want romances. I want to see beyond just that initial falling in love, because we have so many of those. We have so many of the first love type of feelings, but do we ever really get to see a lot of romances for couples who are maybe having a second chance? Maybe they're widowed, maybe they're divorced, maybe they've just never found love. I want to see more of that. Like, I want this so badly. I am putting this out into the world. I want this to happen. And a side one to this, something I really want to see take over, is age gaps with an older woman, younger man. Like, why are we not doing this more? Why are we not doing this more? The Pool Boy, perfection. This Ava Leigh book, also perfection. I love this trope, and it's very rarely done, and I want to see more of it. I want to see more of it. Also, Abby Jimenez had this trope. It was very good. So, okay, so now the next thing I want to see is a little bit self-indulgent, and this is something that I have just been dying for. I want a return to vampire romance. I want vampire romance in adult format to come back and have a heyday. I want it to come back so bad. I know that vampires have shown up in some fantasy romances, but it's never like what I really want, which is sort of like an urban setting a contemporary type of setting with vampires as the main plot. Like, I want to see a vampire romance renaissance revival. I want all of that. I want it so badly. I want them to be steamy. I want them to be emotional. I want them to be gritty and dark. I want them to be reminiscent of the past vampire romance novels that we've had, like Janine Frost does, or even J.R. Ward or Cressley Cole, but I want them to be like updated and modern and maybe have a little bit more like edge and depth to them rather than just being something that's just like an entertaining read. Like, I would really, really love to see a deeply emotional vampire romance. Like, I need that so badly. I need it right now. I need it so badly. And I know there are authors who are already doing this. Juliet Cross has her vampire romances, which I love, and I know Sophie Lark is going to be working on that soon. But I want this. I want them to be epic, emotional, hot. I want all of that in vampire romance, and I want it to come back, and I want us to all be happy about it. Okay, so now I think this next one is one that I don't think is going to be surprising to anyone who is a diehard romance lover. I want the clinch cover to return. I want historical romance covers to stop being just pretty ball gowns or just a pretty lady or like the back of a figure. Like, I want clinch covers. I want them in my historical romance, and I also want them in my contemporary romance. Like, here are some of my favorite, what I would consider to be clinch covers in contemporary romance. And I feel like this one is probably like the shot in the dark because cover trends are definitely heading toward like vector illustrations and objects, and I don't like that. I think it's totally fine to just have a single person on the cover, like, you know, hot guy is the classic, but I really want to see a couple embracing on the cover. That's what I want. I want to return to that. I don't care if it's illustrated. I don't care if it's photo. I mean, obviously, I definitely prefer illustrated covers in that way, as in like illustrated as in hand painted or digitally painted to look realistic, not illustrated as in like vector art, you know. And yeah, I want to see a return to this. I know that like the monster romance girl authors, they're kind of doing this a lot, and I really, really love that. I don't like Katie Robert, but I think these covers are absolutely gorgeous, and I want more of these just with like human dudes, you know, because like I'm just never really gonna be able to get on board with a romance when the dude has a cow for a head, like a cow head. I just can't do it. I just cannot do it. We'll never be able to do this. I don't want anything to do with it. So yeah, so this is just kind of a really short video for today, but these are some of the trends that were most on my mind. Like, I would love to see sweeping love stories, romances that span a lot of time, that cover a lot of ground in the couple's history. I really want to see more of older couples in romances. I would love to see more older women, younger men romances. I would love to see a vampire renaissance revival type of thing happen. Oh my gosh, I want that so badly. And I would really, really, really love for clinch covers to return and stay here, return, come back, and stay here. Because I love couples embracing on my romance novels, and I think it's beautiful, and I just want to see more of that. So, alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a short one. Thank you so much for joining me for Vlogmas. I will have the last Vlogmas vlog up tomorrow on Christmas Day. If you are celebrating Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, I hope you had a wonderful season, and Merry Christmas, my friends. I will see you one last time tomorrow, and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled content.